Nation on Wheels. Introduction. The world is full of cars and trucks. There are over 16 million of them. They are in even smallest town in the small country. There are over 200 million cars and trucks just in the United States. Most of these vehicles and are automobiles. We were a nation moving on wheels. The early days, people have always needed to travel. At first, people walked everywhere, even long distances. Then they tamed animals to ride and taught some to pull wagons. Horses, camel, and even elephant helped people make trips and carry things. Imagine riding to school on an elephant. Using animals was better than walking, but it's still slow. Inventor tried to build a machine with wheels to carry people faster. They thought of building an engine to run it. They tried to run an engine with steam or with electricity, but neither engine worked well enough. In the late 1880s, people made engines that could run on gasoline or gas. These engines were small but powerful. They could travel faster and go further. Today, most cars use gas engines. How cars are made. The first car did not look like the one you see today. They looked like carriages without horses. Even people even called them horseless carriages. At first, cars were of, uh, made one at a time by hand. It took a long time. They were expensive, but people could to afford a handmade car. People tried ways to manufacture cars faster and lower cost. In 1896, one early company could make only 13 cars in a year, but in 1899, a company could make over 2,000. In 1903, Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit would soon become a center of car making. Ford's company sold a car called Model T Ford wanted to make cars that cost less, so more people could buy them. This meant he had to manufacture more cars and do it faster. Ford thought about all the way he could do this. In 1913, he invited the assembly line. It was faster and cheaper way to make a car. Soon, over company made their car in way. Now, almost everyone could buy a car. By 1929, over 3.5 million cars were on the road. There were so many cars that people had to build more roads. Companies that make cars. Three big companies have been making in the United States for a long time. General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford. Since car first hit the streets, American companies have led the world in production. In the 1960s and 70s, a Japanese company named Toyota began offering cars that were built to last longer and break down less often than most American-made cars. But the American manufacturer still sold most cars. Then, in 2007, the pattern changed. Toyota, the first foreign company to do so, sold more cars and trucks than any company in the world. Toyotas are not only the car made outside of the United States. Volkswagen and BMW are imported from Germany, but the country of Japan and South Korea have brought the highest number of cars into the United States. Problem caused by automobiles. Automobiles are helpful, but they can also cause seriously problems to people. Exhaust, burning gas from cars, tailpipe, gas in the air. That means unhealthy chemical get in the air that we breathe. These chemicals can make people sick. Every year, cars companies try to reduce the amount of chemical the cars make. Have you ever been in a traffic jam? All the cars in the road just sat still, and you couldn't go anywhere. So many cars on the road that causes problems. Remember, there are about 200 million cars in the United States. That's almost as many cars as people. In fact, the number of cars has grown faster than the number of people. The future of automobile. Years ago, for most cars were unsafe in accident. Today, special car parts have to protect people. Cars have seat belts. Baby and small children ride in safety seat. Newer cars have big airbags that inflate, fill with air in accidents. What do you think would make cars even safer? Car companies are also working on a new kind of engine. One type of car called hybrid uses both a gas engine and an electric motor. Hybrids use less gas that might cut down from unhealthy chemicals in the air. We will always be a nation that travels from one place to another. But what will always be on wheels? How will cars look in the future? How will they work? Perhaps your ideas will shape in the future.